I'd always envisioned myself as a bride in Rambagh. So I was very clear that I wanted to get married there.
She had a lot of Starry tantrums on set, being, like JP Datta's daughter and this,
What?
that. So I used to always, everyone was ready on set but she. So the initial period was, I was very annoyed with her.
And he told me in the first week of dating that I hope you realize that I'm not into this for just like a fling, or I don't want to date you. I hope you realize that I want to marry you. And I remember it had just been 4 days and I was like, okay, this guy is like coming on a little strong, but obviously I was happy because that's the only reason I would even get into it. And by then I was completely in love with him. So.
Hi and welcome to an exciting episode of midday.com's Couple Goals. And joining us today is Nidhi, Dutta and Binoy Gandhi. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hope you all are doing good too.
We're good.
Yes.
Firstly, in your lovely house, which we love.
Thank you so much.
And we have to start with your love story. So how did you guys meet? That's the first question.
You want to say this or should I say this?
Go for it. Ladies first all the time.
So we actually met 8 years ago, and it was on a film set. It's actually a crazy story. It's kind of history repeating itself. Not even kind of, actually. It's copy-paste history repeating itself, because even my parents had met on a film set where my dad was directing this film called Sarhad, which was supposed to be his first film, and my mom was supposed to be acting in it. Same way, Binoy was directing this film 7 years ago, which I was supposed to be acting in. And that film never saw the light of day, but we ended up together and we fell in love on set. And that's exactly what happened with mom and dad also. During Sarhad, they fell in love. The film never saw the light of day, but they found each other. So yeah, it's been on a film set.
The film was called Ji Bhar Ke Ji Le.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing now.
Yeah, kind of.
True, absolutely. And of course, we have to ask you about the dating period. Like, what was it that, made you all date each other firstly?
We didn't actually date each other because... So I met her as a producer, right? And it was my first film. So we started shooting, and honestly, she had a lot of Starry tantrums on set, being, like JP Datta's daughter and this,
What?
that. So I used to always, everyone was ready on set but she. So the initial period was, I was very annoyed with her. I'm like, what is this girl doing, man? I have a budget, I have time, restrictions and all that. And so that was the first dating sort of experience that we had. But then obviously,
even I didn't like him in the beginning.
During the course of time, obviously, I fell in love with her eyes, and then there was no dating. We just started dating one fine day,
and he told me in the first week of dating that I hope you realize that I'm not into this for just like a fling, or I don't want to date you, because he was my first boyfriend ever. So he was like, I hope you realize that this
You're
is
also my first boyfriend with that.
No, please.
Please, are you mad?
So he was like, I hope you realize that I want to marry you. And I remember it had just been 4 days and I was like, okay, this guy is like coming on a little strong, but obviously I was happy because that's the only reason I would even get into it. And by then I was completely in love with him. So
yeah, and I found the perfect housemaker. So I'm like, chalo, let's go for it.
Yeah. And what was the family's reaction like? आप काम करने गए थे and obviously you found love.
They hated me.
That's not true.
They hated me. They were like, ये हमारी बेटी को लॉन्च करने हैं, ये खुद ही लॉन्च हो रहा है अपने आप. But no, obviously, it was, they were not very happy about it because, obviously it happens, a first daughter, out of the 2 daughters, one is getting launched.
Yeah, there were a lot of hidden dates that happened for sure. I think there were 2 things. I think it was also the fact that it was their first time that their child, because I have a younger sister, so I'm the older one, so there was that little, oh my god, is she going to make the right decision, is she going to meet the right person, which every parent I think feels. So there was that. At the same time, there was I think the fact that even now it's been more than a year since we've been married, but I think it's still difficult for them to let go of me. There's somehow a reluctancy to kind of let go. So that but I'm hoping my sister has it a little easier.
Yeah, and of course, Binoy, we have to ask you, her father being a respected filmmaker, so was it a little scary, intimidating to approach him and obviously say, I want to marry your daughter?
Yeah, of course. He's a man of less words. And his mom's kind of my bestie,
Huh.
Her mom's like my bestie, so I just go and chat with her whenever I feel like, chat about everything in life. But obviously, the father is a bit more intimidating, and yeah, it was very hard because I didn't know what to tell him because we were dating first,
Huh.
and I didn't know whether he would agree or not. So then there was a phase where for a year we didn't talk,
Achha.
and then when I actually went to ask her hand for marriage, so I had a full speech ready that, acha, I'll like, when I meet JP Sahab, I'll tell him this, that, that. And when I entered, he's like, so man, stranger, where have you been? And I'm like, stranger, where have you been? So that was just like, so I mean, that's how classy he is. He just broke the ice and
Yeah.
Yeah.
here we are, I think,
Yeah, and then
a
it
year
just
into marriage.
and then that speech went out of the window. So yeah,
Yeah, the speech completely, like I put that paper back in my pocket.
And what was it for you? Like meeting his family and of course getting to know them.
So actually, even throughout our dating period, they have always really been very, very warm and very welcoming and very, very sweet. So that I knew was actually a strength because they were that amazing with us and they just wanted to see him happy. And I think they were just really, really happy that we reconnected after that 1 year. So
Yeah.
so it's been great for me on that front. It's been really good.
And I think I'm the chosen one of my family. So I think they were like, this is it. Now he's getting married. Because I'm the last one to get married.
Oh.
So my youngest sister, who's 9 years younger to me, got married.
Oh.
My older
Before
brother
us,
is
yeah,
married.
before us.
So I was the last one left and I was the best one in the family. So they were like, iska time kab aayega? So they were very happy that
My
we
best
found
one.
each
Best
other.
one in what way?
I'm just the best child.
And what was the wedding like? I'm sure Nidhi took charge from what I can imagine.
Yeah, fully. I think they're great at what they do. So the wedding was phenomenal. It was in Jaipur at the Rambagh, and it was just one of the most beautiful weddings that a groom could ask for. And please take over because this is your forte.
No, so I've always the first time I ever went to Rambagh was when I was like 4 months old. So every memory of mine has been there. Every special occasion of the family has been there. Whether it was dad's 70th birthday but I think the only reason that all this used to happen there was because we knew, and I had always envisioned myself as a bride in Rambagh. So I was very clear that I wanted to get married there. Also because my dad proposed to my mom there.
Oh.
So when it wasn't a chain of hotels and everything, it was just a property. But he used to go and he was shooting for a film in Rajasthan, and she had gone to meet him there, and that's when he had kind of popped the question. So I was very clear that that is where I want my happily ever after to start. So yeah, it was the most insanely dreamy wedding.
No, and her
I
mom did a great
yeah,
job.
the decor and everything had a meaning to it. Every function had a reason why we were doing it in a certain way.
Beautiful memory, and unfortunately, I don't remember it because
Ah.
when you get married, right, we keep discussing that. Oh, should we we actually
Yeah.
didn't have time to eat.
I didn't eat.
We didn't
I
even
don't
eat.
remember
Like we didn't even eat the
anything.
last
It was
day.
a blur. It was a blur.
Yeah.
And Manish actually said that to me. He said, the next 3 days, the day before the wedding started, he said it's going to be a blur. And I was like, no, it's going to be great. He said, no, you're not going to remember anything. And it really was like that. So
Yeah, and who planned the honeymoon? We have to ask you.
that he did. It was all him. I didn't even actually know till he just kind of showed me the tickets and he said we're going, and I was like, no, we'll do it later because the film was supposed to start and we were waiting, and we didn't realize it'll be another
Also, it was-
lockdown.
yeah, and also it was COVID, right?
Yeah,
So you couldn't travel anywhere else, and to like get a visa, most of the visa consulates were shut. So the only place was the Indian honeymoon destination, Maldives.
yeah.
So that was the only thing. So I said, come on, I just booked the tickets. I did all the bookings and I'm like, here, come on, let's just go.
I have to tell you this. So basically, when we landed, we were at the airport in Maldives, and just when we were going to enter the immigration for the passport control, I said, 1 minute, I'll just go to the washroom and come. When I've gone into the washroom, I have entered a washroom which had about, say, 15 women. All 15 had so many chudas.
Okay.
I was like, this is like the capital of weddings. Like everybody was in a
Capital of honeymoon
chuda.
destination.
I was like, this like wedding and then straight Maldives.
Seedha
I was like,
Maldives.
Binoy, there is not one woman in that washroom that doesn't have a chuda.
All
It's
Indians
crazy.
in
It was
chudas.
crazy.
It was quite
crazy. And then everyone who's waiting for those speedboats and those seaplanes, everyone pure chude pehe ke.
And everyone's
in their
looking at
shorts.
each other. See, so for me, I find this quite funny. So every time I like looked at all these women, they should like stare at each other. ये इसने कौन से चूड़े पहने हैं, वो उसने
It
कौन से
was
कलर
quite
के
funny.
पहने हैं.
I'll never
It
forget
was too
that.
funny.
So yeah, but it was the most blissful
And it's
one
kind
week.
of like, embarrassing also. कि यार, I don't know why, it was very weirdly embarrassing. That, every groom is standing there and every bride and, अरे हम सब honeymoon पे आए थे. I thought it was
So yeah,
hilarious, man.
but it was amazing. It was the best one week.
It was lovely having you guys. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
doing
so
this.
much.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.